And we've got some breaking news coming in from Madhya Pradesh. A young girl who was stung by a scorpion passed away when the ambulance she was being taken in got caught in a traffic jam. This roadblock was due to a wedding procession that was taking place on that particular stretch of road. The siren of the ambulance was drowned out by the noise of the wedding procession. In fact, the ambulance driver even broke past the divider to get to the hospital, but the little girl had already breathed her last by then.
हमारे थे पुलंदी चौराहा, वहाँ पर बारात लग रही थी। उन सबने बोला भैया जी सीरियस बच्ची है तो थोड़ा ट्रैफिक अलग करवा दें। वो बोले भैया अभी तो बात लग रही है, कम 30-40 मिनट लगेगा। तो चाहे में वहाँ हम खड़े रहे, जब हमें समझ नहीं आया कि जब ट्रैफिक ख़त्म होगा एकदम ने गाड़ी काट दी एकदम बिल्कुल। तो ड्राइवर का वो क्या बोलते खूंट टाइप का गाड़ी में बित के और आ गया।
हम पड़ोसी हैं, नंद रईसी आ रहे हैं, पत्थर जया वहाँ टाइम लगू दिखाओ, फिर वहाँ से एम्बुलेंस आई सु घंटा घर के नाम लगू, फिर वहाँ से ड्राइवर ने बहुत कोशिश करी बहुत, मगर मूड भी तक जगा देती सु, फिर वहाँ से यहाँ तक आए और बीच में खत्म हो गई।
And let's get in more details from Mohit, who is in fact reporting on the story. Over to you, Mohit.
Well, certainly, it's a clear case of apathy. There was a complete blockage on the streets there in Madhya Pradesh. And the area that we're talking about happens to be Damoh district, and this minor girl was stung by a scorpion, a poisonous scorpion, and she was being taken to the hospital, to the district hospital. And that was when the ambulance got stuck in between during this wedding procession. And the music was so loud that even the ambulance's siren could not be heard by anyone. And it was a long traffic jam, we are being told, and that was one of the reasons that nobody could actually hear the siren of the ambulance as well, leading to a lot of confusion. There was traffic jam, and it continued for a long stretch. It was during this entire episode that the driver finally, he broke past the divider, and he actually drove on the wrong side just in order to try and save the girl's life. But at the same time, the girl succumbed even before she could have reached the hospital, and she was announced broad dead by the hospital authorities. Now, at the same time, it raises a lot of question about such possessions. At least emergency vehicles should be, allowed to go, should be allowed to pass through even during, such possessions.
Well, the question here is that should someone lose their life simply because the ambulance that the patient is traveling in is stuck in a traffic jam? Let's get in some political reactions on the story. Joining me now with the phone line, Hitesh Bajpai of the BJP, also KK Mishra of the Congress. Mr. Bajpai, would like your response on this. We are reporting of an incident from Damoh district where this girl who was stung by a scorpion was traveling in an ambulance, but before she could be taken to the hospital, the ambulance was stuck in a traffic jam, resulting in her losing her life. How do you react to this? We'll get in a word from the BJP as well, but let's also go across to Mr. KK Mishra of the Congress. Mr. Mishra, how do you respond to this?
मध्य प्रदेश में इस तरह की घटनाएं एक सामान्य बात हो चुकी हैं, और सरकार की ओर से इन पर कोई भी और किसी भी प्रकार का ध्यान नहीं दिया जाना एक आदत सी किंवदंती बन गई है। तो जब इस स्तर पर सरकार की और उससे जुड़ी हुई मशीनरीज की चिंताएं हैं, तो स्वाभाविक तौर पर माना जा सकता है कि इंसान की जान को कितनी अहमियत देते हैं मध्य प्रदेश के लोग।
क्या आपको लगता है कि सरकार जो है इनफ कर रही है? बिकॉज द मैनर इन विच शी लॉस्ट हर लाइफ, सिंपली बिकॉज उनकी एम्बुलेंस है वो एक ट्रैफिक जाम में स्टक है। आधे घंटे तक जो एम्बुलेंस थी, इट वाज स्टक इन अ ट्रैफिक जाम। is there a solution that needs to come out? Because clearly this is not something that has come out for the first time. Across the country, for that matter, ambulances do get stuck in traffic jams and people do get delayed treatment, because of which in this particular tragic incident, मिश्रा जी, ये जो गर्ल है इनकी तो मौत हो गई बिकॉज इनको ऑलमोस्ट आधे घंटे तक ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिली.
देखिए, जिन लोगों को जाम तोड़वाना था, जो लोग जिम्मेवार हैं, वो लोग नेताओं की खुशकिस्मती में लगे रहते हैं, उनकी खुदगर्जी में लगे रहते हैं. तो इस तरह की बातों पर वो लोग अगंभीर हैं और उन्हीं की अगंभीरता इस मौत का कारण बनी है. और ऐसी कई मौतें मध्य प्रदेश में हो चुकी हैं. उससे भी सबक नहीं लिया सरकार में बैठे लोगों ने.
Absolutely. KK Mishra of the Congress, thanks for sharing your views on this story. Mr. Mishra, of course, slamming the current government in power, stating what is it that the government is doing to ensure safe passage of ambulances. Remember, this is an issue, ongoing issue that has been brought up several times in the past as well, because throughout the country, not only in this particular state, in Madhya Pradesh, this is an ongoing issue because of the current traffic scenario in each of the metros, because of which many a times ambulances are struck. No particular solution really has come on table as to what is the way ahead in terms of tackling such situations. These are emergency situations where patients who are suffering are in need of treatment. Mohit, if I can come to you, have we gotten a response from the authorities as to who's to be held accountable for her death? Because there's someone needs to come up and take onus of the situation, because this girl did get treatment, medical treatment. The ambulance had reached on time, and only because the ambulance could not reach the hospital in time did she lose her life.
You know, there is part negligence on several occasions. If you look at it, you know, where was the traffic police out there? Why wasn't you know, there was some police officer out there on the streets to ensure that there wasn't any congestion during this procession? You know, we see it often that, you know, wedding processions are carried out in the middle of the streets, which lead to massive jams. But at the same time, you know, such cases can be, you know, can be moderated. At least, you know, some passages should be left out, at least for emergency vehicles, like, you know, for the police or for the ambulances, if nonetheless. But at the same time, you know, it raises a lot of question on what exactly was the police also doing. At the same time, you know, would the police take cognizance of this entire matter and a case be registered for you know, causing negligence or you know, for other cases that could lead to death? In this particular case, this happens to be a minor child. So, you know, such things have to be taken into consideration. But
also a question on how. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mohit. Also, is a question being raised on how legal are these wedding processions? Has there been a prior permission that was taken before taking out this procession? Because clearly it is a known fact that these wedding processions do choke roads, leading to chaos, literally. Let's get in a word from the BJP now. BJP's Hitesh Bajpai joining us over the phone line. Mr. Bajpai, thanks for speaking to Mirror Now this afternoon. How do you respond to this absolute a case of apathy coming to light from Damoh district, where a girl died while waiting in ambulance?
True, and I feel that even despite giving a lot of services to the common masses, if we don't have sensitivity towards aggrieved people, then nothing can be done in spite of having all the resources with us. So yes, we need to educate the people, sensitize the people, so that there should not be any obstruction to the emergency services at least. I do agree with you, but yes, from all sections of the society, from the government, from the common man, and from the media, and from everybody, this should become priority to the masses, that the emergency services should not be, or rather must not be obstructed. And as far as wedding procession is concerned, I feel that the urban areas, especially the thickly populated urban areas, where we really restrict even political events also, so that they should not disturb the common life of the people. So the wedding procession, we can have some sort of a legal opinion can also be motivated to frame for these wedding processions also, so that these should not affect the movement of the common man. So yes, this is a new debate, and we welcome that and this debate to really serve the common masses.
Mr. Bajpai, this is an ongoing debate, and this is not the first time, Mr. Bajpai, that such a case has come to light. Across the country, such cases emerge almost on a daily basis, where ambulances are stuck in traffic jams due to processions or due to traffic, yet no solution is on table as to how to tackle this, because clearly this requires an urgent attention, considering in this particular case it turned out to be so serious that a young girl lost her life.
True, and I would like really to discuss this thing in public discourses, so that we can frame certain laws also, because it is not the question of the people agreed. Also, some people, like we also get stuck when we go for important assignment. You might have also faced those problems while some processions were going on. So this is a common thing, yes, and we need a kind of discipline and law, especially related to wedding procession as such, and religious processions also. So I do agree with you, and but yes, it is very much needed to create a kind of consensus for this sensible cause before going for the law-making process.
Certainly, Mr. Bajpai, I appreciate you sharing your views on the story. I also would like to thank Mohit Sharma for getting us the latest from on ground.